Hey guys, it's Joe here from the Phantasmal team. I haven't done any recordings for a while. I've been pretty slack about it. Probably more procrastinating, actually, thinking, oh, what am I going to put up? What am I going to put up? We've just been doing a whole bunch of fixes. No one wants to see that. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to stop procrastinating and I'm going to do a few more recordings again. And what I thought I'd do was something a little bit different this time. So I'm going to do a bit of behind the scenes stuff. So I've got a bunch of work to do. At the moment, the biggest piece of work that we have on the plate is we're looking to get onto the latest version of Unity. So we have Unity here, which is the game editor and or the game engine, and we need to upgrade our version of Unity. And in order to do that, we have some deprecated UI which we need to get rid of. So it's a big job. I'm not really part of that. I'm not smart enough to do that. So we've got Chilberto who is diligently working on that. I've been doing a bunch of other stuff as well. And I thought, why not, since I'm doing some work anyway, why not combine some of that stuff with a bit of a video? And so here we are. So one of the key things I want to do is there's been heaps of really awesome supporters through this whole process since we went to full release, and we had some really good fans. Had some really great YouTubers, Twitch streamers, all that kind of stuff. And I really like the people who've put the effort into promoting us, and if they really like the game, I really like just saying thank you to people. And just stuff like this, one from Esbobo, who was a really cool player of ours, put him as a bit of a little Easter egg, if you will. Fernando Ezra down here, and Maestra did some awesome screenshots in the past. They're just the coolest people. We also have a couple of their actual screenshots, which are actually here in photo frames, and yeah, people seem to really like that. So I thought, what better way to say thank you to all of our supporters and things than to immortalize them into the game itself. So what I thought I'd do, so it might be a bit experimental, might not be what actually ends up in the game itself, but I thought I'd have a bit of a crack. Bit rusty at this now because I haven't been doing much level editing or anything for a while. But what I was going to do was essentially create a new room, and basically because we have a few people we want to say thank you to. So rather than take that bathroom there and cover it up the wazoo with too much stuff, which we will do, but we'll probably run out of space. But we'll also have a separate room just for sort of thank you type stuff. One of them that I will put up here now is for Dopefish. Now, Dopefish is an awesome dude. So I made this thing in Photoshop a couple of minutes ago. But Dopefish is such an awesome player. He has been doing the most phenomenal work. So he has been taking tons of screenshots. He's been posting up tons of bug reports that have been really, really useful for us to look at, and we've been queuing all those up. He's done a wiki. You should go and check this wiki out. I'll put the link. I don't remember exactly what the link is, but it's on wiki. It's pinned as a post. And just been an all-round really, really cool dude. So he's the MVP, if you like, for this month, and he gets a special spot because he is so awesome, like all the other players as well we've had in the past. But I'm going to put his name in some graffiti up here. So I haven't been in Unity for a long time, so I'm just going to try and figure out how to do this. Okay, so from what I remember, yep. So that other bit of graffiti there is basically a plane. So I'm going to go on in and create an object. So Unity is really, really easy to use. So even a dumbass like me knows how to use this. Like any of you guys could do this actually. It's really, really easy to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a plane, which is literally a flat plane. It's off in the distance, you can't quite see it, but I'm going to bring that over to me. And what I'm going to do is paste that. Here we go. We're going to paste that graffiti over the top of it. So I got this going here. It's a little bit too big, so I'm going to scale that down by hitting R as a hotkey. Bring that guy over here. Just get it real small. There we go. Okay, something like that. And then it should just be as easy as me dragging that texture and going plop. Cool, that doesn't look too good, but let's see what I can do about that. Now I believe I can basically change the texture. I think it needs to go into a UI type, so I'll apply that, and I also need a different material. So because you can see, obviously I don't want it to look like that. I want it, because it is a PNG, you want it to have its transparency, right? So let's take a look at that. Now, which one? Actually, let's have a look at the one I did for Dopefish, because that's a really good example. It doesn't matter if I'm a bit forgetful, because I can use that one as an example. Now, the wall is a bit in the way. Oh, here, perfect. So that one's nice and transparent. Now let's have it. So I use for that one Legacy Shaders Transparent Bump Diffuse. Okay, so that's an old one, but that should potentially work. So I'm going to look for Legacy. Where is the Legacy? It's usually down the bottom. They're all the old ones that you kind of don't use that much anymore. Bump Diffuse. Did that work? No. Okay. Oh, that's a shame. So why is that not doing it? So that one is Legacy Shaders Transparent Bump Diffuse. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's try that again. Legacy Transparent Bump Diffuse. Well, there we go. And you can see there now, it's taken the transparency from the PNG and essentially taken that into account. So I'm going to just rescale this because this plane is a little bit stretched upwards. So I'm just going to scale it down a little bit. So it's got Dopefish, MVP, which means most valued player, most valuable player, I believe it is. And then I'm going to bring that up, rotate that to 90 degrees. I probably want to flip it around as well, so I'm going to flip that 180 degrees. So there we go. And now I'm going to put that on the wall. Let's make it a bit bigger actually, because Dopefish definitely deserves a nice big bit of graffiti. I can't stop saying what an amazing job Dope has done for us. So this is the least we can do. It's an honor actually to when you get players who really love the game so much and they put in so much effort. It makes it all so worthwhile. So I really can't thank Dopefish enough. So this is a really small gesture on our part, but it's a huge honor to be able to put his name into the game as well. So I'm just going to double check that it doesn't, because I know our art lead is probably going to come along and just totally slam me and say that looks horrible. But I'm just going to so I need to double check that it's at least tastefully placed. So I'm going to look at it. If it looks alright, there's that bit of graffiti, and Dopefish will be immortalized into the game. So I'm just going to hit play. It takes a little while. There's a few things to load up. Hopefully the sound doesn't blow my eardrums away. So it takes a couple of seconds. Just hitting play. Usually takes a little while. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, the heavier the game gets and the more stuff is in it, the longer it takes to start playing generally, even in the editor. So game's starting up now, and I believe this is on low settings. I'll just check. Sometimes a little bit slaggy. Yeah, looking pretty good. It seems to be glowing though. I'm not sure if I'm happy if it's like it's a glow in the dark marker. Why is that? I'm just going to quickly hop into the scene. That's the other thing I have to not forget is I'm going to call this thing. It's still called plane, so I'm going to call it graffiti dope fish. And the other thing, actually, I'm going to stop the editor from playing because I can't forget this, because if I change it and then I stop it, it actually reverts the change. Of course it does. So graffiti dope fish. And this guy's just in the middle of the scene, so I don't want that either, because otherwise, even once the level gets loaded up, it's going to clean everything up, but leave that behind. So this thing could be weirdly hanging in the air, so I've got to make sure it gets removed when the level loads as well. So, okay, so level 0 is where we put all our stuff, so I'm going to take him and put it under level 0. So level 0 gets removed, and then a new level gets loaded later, so that's when all the procedural stuff comes into play. So I'm going to put him into the proper hierarchy. It's up there somewhere. Okay, there we go. Cool. So there's Dopefish. Great. So let me just very quickly check to see why it's so bright. Okay, I think I know why, because of the one of those color settings there, so I'm just going to check this guy again. Oh, it's all the UI gets in the way when you're trying to click on stuff. It's a bit annoying. Okay, so what have I got his ones? Okay, so it's a bit darker for his one. That's why it doesn't look like it's glow in the dark like this one. So I think the glow in the dark is not, it looks a bit strange. So I'm going to make it a bit darker. Make it a little bit, oops, not that dark. Okay, make it a little bit darker. And let's see. So you should be able to shine your light on it. Okay, so it's not glow in the dark anymore. That's good. So I'm just going to save my scene, save the work that I've just done. And I'm going to press play. I might make it a little bit bigger actually. That's alright if it's a little bit bigger. As long as it's not fluorescent. So when you actually hit play, it does look a little bit different. So just got to double check because obviously all the lighting and stuff is a little bit different. Sweet, there we go. Mr. Dope Fish, you are officially immortalized, dude, and you deserve it. You deserve it. So there you go. So what I might do is I'm going to save that. I might just skip all the initial stuff, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically go into that round room and create a room. So yeah, why don't I do a little bit? If it gets real tedious or I just basically blatantly looks like I don't know what I'm doing, which is basically 90% of the time, then I'm just going to do like a what do you call it? When you speed it all up and stuff, so it doesn't look that boring. But what I'm essentially going to do, I'm going to take this door here and I'm going to open that up. So yeah, that door's pretty ugly. Okay, so just open that guy up and I'm going to create a corridor. So this is the challenging bit, is when I actually forget where all this stuff is. So this might need to be a video for later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for everything, make sure I know where it is, rather than watching me fumble around for 20 minutes looking for all the assets. I'll find all of it and then I will basically very quickly put it together in front of you. So I'll just stop recording for a little bit and then we'll come back in a moment. Okay, found something that I could use. So basically found a room and I'm going to be repurposing it. And we're going to make this door here maybe just a little bit open. Just open up there. Just thinking about how open should we make this. I guess enough so you can get in. You can go and basically take a look around. So we've got our door open, and this is one of the end rooms that you can basically get into. So I'm going to take out all of this stuff. So I might want to use some of it, so I'll leave some of that there. Get rid of these. Oh, those teddies can stay there. They're pretty cool. I think we need to get these guys out of the way, though. These things, because yeah, otherwise there'll be no room to do anything. So I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff, move these bookshelves. So that can go. I'm actually just going to disable it because I might want some of these things. So I'm just going to get rid of them like that. Get rid of that. All these teddy bears. All these, oh, it's bears. Oh, okay, so all the bears are under one object, so let's hide all of that. Oh, but I want to keep some of them. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, the room might look a little bit too empty, so I'm going to keep this box in there. So UI is getting in the way, so when I'm clicking it, it's just clicking on the UI instead. So let's move that. And now, I might actually change that a door to an openable door rather than having it just open like that. So then I can do some creepy, flickering lights and all that kind of thing. So yeah, there you have it. So we basically now have a room that has been extended. So you can come in here, and what I'll do is I'll have some pictures and other memorabilia of some of our other supporters, some of the gamers, the YouTubers, Twitchers. We have some logos and some of their stuff in here as well. Probably will extend this room out and make it a little bit bigger as well. That shouldn't be too hard to do. It should just be a matter of going like, whoops, and then doubling that up. But I won't do all the fine adjustment because it's actually quite... Well, why not? Why don't I? I'll just really quickly do that. But then I'll refine it once, before it goes out, obviously. So I'm going to take this floor plane, I'm going to move him across. Don't want to make sure there's no Z fighting or gaps. So Z fighting is when they're overlapped and the textures are kind of fighting to be rendered over each other. So that looks alright. Okay, not perfect, but that's alright. And I'm going to take a wall. here as well. I'm going to duplicate that, extend that out a little further. Yeah, you know what? I could probably actually do a bit of a secret thing here because we've got some secrets. So, okay, that doesn't look. That looks all right. Okay, so I'm sure Brian will tell me off, but that's cool. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Oh, what did I just duplicate? Oh dear. Okay, I duplicated the map object, which is not good. So, it's in the way. Get out of my way, damn you. Let's do the roof first. Gosh. Okay. Duplicate that one, slide it along till you can't see any more sky. It looks good. And then I'm going to, God, the wall. And it's, yeah, if it's a plane like that, how do you click on it? This is really annoying, actually, that it just clicks on the UI instead. Yeah, it's on that guy there. Get out of my way, damn you. So, okay. Instead, I'm going to copy this guy. And then I move along, flip it 180 degrees, so it's now 90 degrees. And he can go there. So let me just make sure this is lined up properly. I could use ProGrids and line it up properly, but I'm just going to do this really quickly now. So, okay. And neat. So there we go. So now we have another little room. Let me just adjust these boxes and things. We'll get these guys out of the way. If this UI will let me click on them, damn you. Oh, okay. We don't want a med kit in there, I don't think. So let's get rid of this med kit. If I can only click on him. This really is starting to quite piss me off. So let's go here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Clicked on him. Now he can go away. Let's move these boxes. Go. Okay. Let's move that out of the way a little bit here. Don't know why that's through the floor. So okay, cool. So now we've got a fresh new room. And we can actually start putting in some images and things. So I've got a few people to thank. There's on Twitch side, there's Lori Pops, YouTube, there's Zelda, and from the player side, so we've done Dopefish. There's Nice Puppies has been really helpful as well. So I can put some of these guys up. Yeah, so yeah, we'll put all our friends and things in here. So this room, the nice thing about this is we can probably extend this room out over time. If we run out of space, we want to put more stuff in there. We'll probably make it a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's basically it. And apart from that, in terms of what we're going to do next, so yeah, there's the 64-bit build which is being worked on, which should make the game a lot more stable and a lot better. There's a bunch of other bugs that have been queued up currently to be looked at as well. And that's about it. So what I will do though, probably for the next video, I know some of the new players come along and the game is a little bit hard, yeah, I admit that, and probably could do with a little bit of a hints and tips video. So I'll probably put another video together next which will kind of describe or give you a bit of an idea how to kind of get through the game, things that I do that might help. So I can get through quite a bit of the game and I'll try and play through it, so I'll do another hints and tips video in future. But until then, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like. There'll be a lot more content. I know I've been a bit slack, but I'm not going to be slack anymore. There's going to be a lot more interesting content coming out. And stay tuned for next time. Thanks a lot.